It's about perspective. And I always tell you guys, like, a lot of times the things that we think matter don't matter, right? And the things that do matter, we oftentimes don't value those things. And this whole thing on Instagram was, basically somebody had said, if I gave you $1 million, how many of y'all would be happy? Everybody was like, I'll be excited. And so I want to just pose this to you. I want to change it up a little bit. If I gave you whatever it is that you wanted in your life, right? Whatever it is, whether it be money, whether it be significance, gave you 1 million followers, all these things, how many of you guys would love that, right? For free. Let me know in the comments. Thank you, Ashley, for the stars. I appreciate it. A lot of y'all would be like, yes, I would take that. But what if I told you that you can have all of that, but you would lose the relationships with the ones you love most? You would lose the relationship with your kids. You would lose your health. You would lose, your mom. You would lose your dad. Y'all would be like, hell no. Like, it ain't worth it. And so I want you to think about that. How much more worth is the things that we overlook every single day than the things that we think that we need? Think about that, because a lot of times we put more value on things that we really aren't the most valuable things in our life. So I want you to understand that and think about that as we get people tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have 4. What up? Good evening, Carla. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, man. I want to say thank you. I'm going to be saying thank you all night, man. So thank you. Everybody who's sharing, typing, commenting, sending stars, supporting, whatever way you supporting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough. But I want to get into this message. All right, I want to get to this message from my phone, guys. And I want to just talk about stop letting certain things ruin your life, right? And this is what I want to really dive in tonight about. And I want you to think about this. I think this illustration will help you understand. I talked a little bit about this on Instagram today, about how we're connected to certain things in our life. Okay. And I just want you to think about this for a moment. If your life is being ruined, right? If your life is being ruined, you're not happy, you're miserable, you're going through pain. I just want you to ask yourself this question and be real with yourself. Ask yourself this question. Where is the source of that pain coming from? Where's the source of your stress coming from? I'm about to go in tonight, man. I was trying to be quiet on to wake people up, but I'm about to go in. Where's the source of your depression coming from? Right? Where is the source of your hurt coming from? When you're happy, when you're filled with life, when you're fulfilled, when you're feeling blessed, ask yourself, what's the source of that happiness? Right? What's the source of that peace in our life? And I want to allow that to sit with you for a moment, because we know, right, when we're not happy. Like somebody said today, I'm in a toxic situation. And I want to tell you, let me just tell you this quote right now. Never feel guilty for removing yourself from toxic situations. And it is perfectly okay to avoid toxic people, toxic situations, toxic things. Right? It's not a weakness to avoid toxic things. It's called wisdom. So it is okay. Y'all share this right now because we're going in. It is okay to do that. But I want you to think about that for a moment. Where's the source of your pain coming from? Think about it. Because whatever we're experiencing in life, it's connected to something. So when I say stop allowing these things to ruin your life, I want you to dive in deep and be real with yourself and ask yourself, what are you choosing to keep yourself in? What are you choosing to keep yourself around? I know it's easier said than done, but we can't keep going to that mindset if we expect to make change, right? So what are you connected to? And so the illustration I want to use to you tonight is I want you to think about this, right? I want you to think about something that is plugged in, right? Maybe you leave your curling iron plugged in too long and you're like, oh my gosh, right? It can burn down the house. Maybe you leave a light on too long, something, you leave it on too long. The first thing that you do when you know that it's danger, plug it. Because that's the first thing that you do, because you know if you don't unplug it, it's going to cause danger in your life. It's going to cause danger in your life. So you go in there and you unplug it. And some of us, we're staying plugged in to the things that are bringing danger to our soul, to the things that are bringing danger to our peace, to the things that are bringing danger to our sanity, to things that are bringing danger to our happiness. And we're staying connected to those things. And I told you this a million times. What you're connected to will power your life. Facts. What you're connected to will power your life. So if you're connected to people that are bringing misery to your life, if you're connected to toxic people, I can guarantee you they're going to power toxic things in your life. If you're connected to happiness, you're connected to people who bring peace in your life, peaceful people, then guess what? You're going to get peace power through your life. If you're connected to bad habits that are doing nothing for you, then guess what? It's going to power those things that lead to depression, that lead to stress. And somebody says, I'm stuck in a generational curse. All these things that you're saying you're stuck in, let me tell you something. Evaluate right now why you're stuck in certain things. You can break generational curses, believe that. You can break things that are meant to hold you back, believe that. How do I know? Because I'm a living witness of it. But you can't keep yourself in the same environment. You can't keep doing the same things. You can't keep accepting the same things. You can't keep yourself in the same circle. You can't keep yourself in the same hamster wheel and expecting things to change in your life. I got to be straight up with you. Some of us were connected to all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Some of us are connected to things that are terrible for our health. And then we wonder why unhealthiness is powered through our life and then sickness is a result of that. So I'm challenging everybody in here, all 3,500 of you that's in here tonight. I'm challenging you right now to unplug yourself from toxic things in your life. When I say toxic things, I'm talking about people. I'm talking about places. I'm talking about environments. I'm talking about yourself. I'm talking about your past. I'm talking about all that because I want you to take ownership over your damn life. And I'm sorry to use that word, but it's your life. And you got to take ownership over that. And you got to check the source. What is the source bringing you? Like right now in your life. If I'm you, I'm checking every connection in my life. Every connection. Relationships, friendships, environments that I'm in, my job. Every connection, I'm asking myself, what is the power that this connection is bringing in my life? And some of us, we need to unplug from certain situations and plug into certain situations, right? Maybe you're feeling like you don't have faith because you're not plugged into the ultimate source, right? You're not meditating. You're not practicing gratitude. So my question to you, Melissa, Dylan, Heather, why am I allowing these things to keep ruining my life? You got to learn how to accept more, right? More. You got to learn how to expect more and demand more from yourself. Because the more you demand from yourself, the more you make the right decisions for your life, the more you plug into the right things, the less you're going to want to be around things that ruin your life. And the honest truth is, you know it's ruining your life. Like I can understand you in situations you don't even really know and it's creeping up on you. But for y'all in here that's commenting, I'm in a toxic situation or I'm whatever, I feel you. But like always, what are you going to do to unplug from that situation? Because I can 100% guarantee you with my whole heart, I can 100% guarantee you that if you stay plugged in to the things that you know are no good for your life, to the things that you know ain't helping your life, I don't care what it is. It could be piss poor habits. It could be terrible people. It could be terrible environments. And the number's going to start dropping off right now because, again, people want to just, want a miracle change. They just want things to happen. They want their situation to change. They want their power to change by staying into the same connection. In life, if you know a plug ain't working, if you know a plug is losing its power, you going to keep that plug? You going to stay plugged in? No. If you know a charger ain't working, you going to keep that charger plugged into that socket? No. You're going to go find another socket that gives you the right power to charge your phone. Is your phone that much important to your life? Is your phone that much more important than your life? Yeah, I know it's hard work. Yeah, I know it's not easy. But you know what's harder? It's staying connected to things that drain you. It's staying connected to things that leave you miserable. And I'm not just preaching to you from the mountaintop. I've had to make strong decisions in my life. I had to ask myself and evaluate my situation and say, man, like, what am I plugged into? Because I realized that I was losing energy. I realized that I was losing focus. I realized that anxiety was happening in my life. I realized there was a lot of stress. And so I said, where's the source? Where's the source? Where's the root issue? Because if you don't get down to the root issue, I'm going to tell you, all that will find its way back to the surface. Every single time. Every single time. So thank you, Robin, for sending stars. Guys, we trying to get 100K tonight in stars. We had 13. So y'all got to do some work. Y'all got to do some work. Because we hit 100K, 50K, whatever. I'm coming back on here tomorrow and giving you guys a message. So if you're feeling this, drop a heart. Let me know. If this is not for you, and only give stars if you're feeling this is helping your life. Don't just give it just to give it. Don't just give it just to get it. Lacey, we got prayers up for your daughter. Somebody sent 500 stars. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you. But I want you guys in here and everybody in here to really think about that. Right? I titled it, Stop Allowing Things to Ruin Your Life. Stop allowing things to ruin your life. Stop allowing things to ruin your life. The key word is your. Nothing can continue to hurt us, continue to control us, continue to drain us without our permission. Without our permission. Like, I want y'all to understand, and I know I say this a lot and talk about this, but hopefully tonight somebody wakes up and somebody's like, dang, let me just pull the plug. Right? Change isn't an overnight process, but you can start by making a choice today to pull the plug. Maybe you're not powered with peace tomorrow, but the first step is unplugging pain. Right? Maybe you're not powered with clarity tomorrow, but the first step is unplugging confusion. Right? Maybe you're not powered with happiness tomorrow, but the first step is unplugging sadness in your life. Maybe you're not powered with strength tomorrow, but the first step is unplugging struggle today, right now in this moment. Because when you do that, when you cut the power source off and you start to power your life to other things that do good for your life, and you be consistent to that, you stay plugged in. Because a lot of us, what happens is, all right, I'm about to go in. A lot of us, what happens is this. We plug it in for a little bit, right? A lot of us gonna make a decision tonight and say, okay, cool, I hear you, Trent, I feel you. Okay, I'm gonna unplug myself from that situation. I'm gonna unplug myself from that circle. I'm gonna unplug myself from my past. I'm gonna unplug myself, I'm gonna do it. And you go plug in to something new tonight, right? You go plug in, you start something new, you start a new routine, you do something that's in your control. And what happens is the growth that you're expecting doesn't show up when you expect it. What happens is people start talking about you. What happens is people call you difficult for taking care of your life, and you allow those opinions to make you feel a certain type of way about yourself. What happens is the change that you think gonna happen overnight doesn't come. And so then you get impatient and you say, you know what? I try to make a change. I try to do the right things, but I'm seeing everybody else blessed that's doing the wrong things. I see everybody else doing what they want to do. So you know what? Man, forget this. I'm going to go plug back into those old habits. I'm going to go plug back into those old people. I'm going to go plug back in to that old mindset. And you go back to that. You go back to a place that you know. You go back to a place that you know does no good for your life. And I want to let everybody here know this, man, because a lot of us, we're controlled by our past. A lot of us, we're controlled by our mistakes. I want to say this to you because I feel like not enough people tell you this. And I want you to look me in my eyes when I tell you this. And I want you to believe it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And maybe you don't hear that enough, right? Maybe the people around you don't tell you enough. So maybe you feel like there's nothing special about your life. I want to tell you I'm proud of you. You might say, Trent, why are you proud of me? You don't even know me. I'm proud of you because you're on this live right now. And not because you just on this live right now, but you being on this live right now lets me know that you're hungry for change. Lets me know that you didn't give up. Lets me know just because you're going through a storm, you still have hope. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for not quitting when you had every reason to. I'm proud of you for not giving up. I'm proud of you for continuing to move forward with your life even when everything else has held you back. Because I don't know the battles that you go through, but I know you got battles. And I'm proud of you for fighting. I'm proud of you for fighting for your worth. I'm proud of you for fighting for your mental health. I'm proud of you for fighting for your change. And I sincerely mean that because I know how hard it is to do better for your life. I know how hard it is to take that journey. I know how hard it is to cut people off. I know how hard it is to remove yourself from toxic environments that sometimes bring pleasure to your life. I know how difficult it is. But I also know what's on the other side of that change. I also know how much freedom comes on the other side of that fear, comes on the other side of that choice, comes on the other side of that decision. So I want to say I'm proud of you. And I'm going to give you a pre-proud of you, because I know a lot of you on here, all 3,000 of you, maybe not all 3,000, maybe it's 30 of you, have already or you're going to pull the plug. And I'm proud of you. And when I say pull the plug, oh, man. You know when they pull the plug on people that are on their deathbed, right? When they just can't fight no more and it's done, it's dead, and they pull the plug. There's some things in your life, my friend, that's dead. You're not dead, but you're keeping things in your life that are killing you, that's making you feel like you're not alive. There's some things in your life that's dead. Maybe it's old relationships that's dead, right? Maybe it's your habits that's dead. Maybe it's your perspective, an old perspective that doesn't serve your life that's dead. Maybe it's you not giving forgiveness to yourself. I want you to pull the plug on all the things in your life that are dead. All the things in your life that are done. And it's time for you to birth new life. It's time for you to birth a new beginning. But before we have a new beginning, we got to have an ending. And sometimes that ending sucks, that ending hurts, that ending is painful. But I've learned this in life, whether it's from a job, whether it's from just holistically in life, I've learned it. That sometimes it takes painful endings to create new beginnings. Sometimes it takes painful endings to create new beginnings. Sometimes it takes painful endings to create new beginnings. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for starting your new beginning. I'm proud of you for learning how to smile even when you have every reason to cry. I'm proud of you for pushing on and carrying on. And I'm proud of you for letting go of the things that are not serving your life. We got to stop giving CPR to dead situations. We got to stop giving CPR and trying to revive things that keep us not from feeling alive. We got to stop trying to revive things that aren't meant to be fixed. I said this a long time ago, and take it for what it's worth. Some things, and if y'all want to hear this, let me know in the comments, guys, because this what I'm about to say. Don't take it out of context. Hopefully none of y'all take what I say out of context. I'm going to pause for a second because this live is about to take a U-turn. It's about to do a U-turn. It's about to get really real, because what I'm about to say can be taken wrong, but trust me, I mean it in all the right intentions. Rachel Nietzsche said, it's so hard to let go and move on. I get it. I get it. I know it is. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's easier said than done. But if you stay plugged into whatever it is that's draining you, ask yourself, what is your future going to look like? Just think about it. A year from now, 2022, it's crazy to say that. If you stay plugged in to those same things, to those toxic things, to that toxic environment, to that toxic job, I'm not telling you to quit your job tonight. But if I'm you and I'm plugged into a job that doesn't care about me, and when I die, they're just going to find somebody else to replace me. If I'm plugged into a job that I hate, I am thinking about how can I unplug from this job and plug into something better? How can I plug into something that appreciates me and unplug from things that don't appreciate my life? Because if you stay plugged in to those things, I can guarantee you 100% facts that your life will look no different and probably be worse in 2022 in August. And my friend, you can't afford that. You're stronger than what you think. I promise you. Share this message right now if you can. Thank you. Thanks for the stars. We at We over 53% of the goal. So we got to get to 100,000. So you guys send as many stars as you can. My phone is about to die here soon, but I'm going to stay on here until we get to that 100K. And I'm going to pour it to you guys. And I'm about to get to that message in a minute, what I'm about to talk about. But I want to just tap into the comments right now. Man, thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you. Stop knocking yourself in the head with bricks. Ginger, thank you for that. I really need it. Sitting here out teary-eyed. I'm glad I'm speaking to you guys' soul. I'm glad I'm speaking to your soul. But I want to say this to you. Everything isn't meant to be fixed. Everything isn't meant to be fixed. Yes, there are a lot of things that are meant to be fixed. Don't take it out of context. You watching this, you know if you cannot afford to be plugged into something anymore. You know it. I'm not talking about misunderstanding stuff. I'm not talking about immature, petty stuff that we often in things because it's petty and immature. I'm talking about you plugging into something that you know that you cannot be plugged into it, that you know 100% with confidence what it's doing to your life. Some things aren't meant to be fixed. Some things are meant to stay broken. Some things are meant to stay broken. And the truth of the matter is this, right? Some of us, we're trying to fix things. We're trying to fix things that are meant to stay broken. Let me answer my door right quick. This is my son. Hold on, he's coming in late. Y'all stay on here, man. Hold on 1 second, guys. Tristan. Kids. Thank you for the stars, guys. Sorry for this little interruption, making sure. Hey, man, I'm on live right now. You should have been home, buddy. Get in here. So, you know the rule, the street lights? No, you know that rule? No. All right. Nah, he was outside playing with his friend. Don't lock the door. Don't lock the door. Stop doing that. Yeah. He always locks the door. I mean, it's a good habit, but he locks me out. Like, bro, what are you doing? But let's get back in here, man. Let me see. I'm reading the comments. Thank you for the stars, Brandy. All right, we had 60K, guys. 100K before my phone dies. Send it. If you can't send stars, that's okay. And like I said before, I only want you sending stars if I touch your heart. If I don't send it. If you can share it, comment, all these things, do all those things. Share it with somebody right now. We had 3K. We've been on 3K. Somebody right now, if you can, share this right quick. I'm going to take a quick little pause and then back. Do not leave. All right. I'm back. So I have workers, God grant me I can't change. I'm just reading y'all's comments right now. You're speaking to the most powerful. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. All right. So let me gather my thoughts, man, because I want to stay on here as much as I can. But what I was talking about is some things in our life are meant to stay broken. And please, when I talk about things like this, I'm not a relationship coach. Like so many people go to, if that's what you need, great. But I'm talking about so many different things in our life. Right? Some of us, we're trying to fix a dream. Oh my gosh, that's meant to stay broken. That was me with the NFL. I was trying to fix a dream that was meant to stay broken. And I was keeping myself in a broken situation. Right? Some of us, it is our friendships. It is our circles around us. And we're trying to revive a friendship with people that don't even want to be our friends, that don't even want to be in our lives. And what we do is we spend our whole entire life chasing. Right? We're chasing. We're chasing after things that aren't meant for us to catch. And I realized this in my life. A lot of times when I ended up hurting my life is because I was chasing after something that God didn't intend for me to have in my life. And some of us watching this live right now, you're tired. You're burnt out. You don't have energy. It's because you're trying to chase the wrong things in life, maybe. So just realize that. Maybe that thing isn't working out because it's not meant to work out. Right? Maybe you can't plug in to that socket. You ever try to plug in something that just won't fit and then you try to force it? Some of us, we're trying to force things in our life. We're trying to force things in our life. And it's not meant for us. Hey, baby girl, it's not meant for us. It's not meant for us to be fixed. Everybody's texting and calling me right now. I'm like, gosh, it's like nobody called me all day. But we're trying to plug things that aren't meant to fit. And so my message tonight, if you took anything from this tonight, anything, as I recap this, I have a hard time with rejection. I understand that, but I'm going to tell y'all something, man. One of the best strategies that I learned in my life when it comes to moving on from situations, right, is to work on myself. The more I worked on myself, the more I fell in love with myself, the more I built my self-esteem, the more I took my life to another level without the things in my life that I think that I needed, that I thought that I needed. And the more I showed myself that I can actually survive and then thrive without those things, I learned how to handle that. And also with rejection, I understand this. Rejection is hard. We don't like to be told no, but I look at rejection as a blessing because I look at rejection as protection. That sometimes it takes people to tell you no, even though you really want it, to protect you from something that you didn't need in your life.